Let me refresh because I don't know if y'all are talking or not. Hold on. Okay. Y'all were typing. Good thing I refreshed real quick. All right, so we should be live on YouTube. Yep, we are. Okay. Hope that a notification went out. Where are we at? It says public. Oh. Let me post this real quick. Anybody here yet on YouTube? Okay. I didn't see a notification come through either. You know what? And see, that's the thing, is that they don't let you, once you're live, they don't let you, like, at least on playback, they don't let you change the title, and that's so annoying because I just found like better words to use. Okay, well, but shout out to everybody that's in here with me. Shout out to my people on playback. I love you guys. We've been talking throughout the holiday season, and I've been happy about that. So I've been working on videos for, like, oh, I see you, Joyanne, in on YouTube. Thanks so much for pulling up over there too. Wait, did you get a notification? Did y'all get a notification on YouTube? Because I still ain't got shit on none of my phones. Okay, YouTube. I thought we was doing better. Like, come on. So let me close this, put this window down with all of the videos that I've been working on. So I'm gonna see if I could drop another video later on tonight. Ow, because I have so much things that I need to catch the YouTube, like the YouTube streets, they need to catch up. And so that's gonna be a big part of the conversation that we're about to have now. So I hope that everybody has been having like a good day thus far. And you know, we're gonna get into some stuff for the people who I've been talking to over the past week. I'm gonna cover some stuff. Oh, Joanne saying you didn't get a notification on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to cover some stuff that we've sort of already discussed, but like more of in an official way. And then other things that's been going on, okay? Um Let me change the title real quick. 2025 no, it's pre 2025 expose. Bitch, everybody getting exposed. Okay? This title is so funny. Lord. Everybody is getting exposed. So, yeah, we have quite a lot to cover today, so I'm excited about that. And if we don't get through everything, that's totally fine, because we can maybe like come live again tomorrow. Okay. So where shall I start off? You know what? I'm gonna start off by going on chart data, because they've been releasing some stats today. Let's just go on their page. I don't know. All of these Twitter pages have been doing these sort of polls that you can vote on your top or best, what's it called? Like, I don't know, what is it called? Best songs of 2024. Other sort of Twitter blogs did this and stuff like that. I think I voted in Buzzing Pop shit for a little bit, for Nikki, of course, for FTCU, because what else was I gonna do? Even though, okay, so here this said Chart data readers poll best songs of 2024 at number 42, FTC Youth Least Mix, Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott, Chris Brown, and Sexy Red. US year-end sales, 1.57 million sold in the US this year. It ranks at 174. So I guess in the like in a list of like best or top selling songs or whatever of the year, like it's number 174 on that list. I don't know what the entire list includes, but okay, cool. Tyler, I've been listening to Tyler, but really only one song, which is the one that she got out right now. Oh my god. Everybody like counting down their year or whatever. Now, did you guys see Ice Spice's freestyle? I hope it should not copyrighted.
Stop playing with them, Riot. Why would you lie? Nigga, you fried. You just be hot.
She just, this was so trash. She started off so trash.
But you was my heart. Now we apart. I'm in the dark. You love when I start. And it's just one. There isn't two of me. Gra, watch what you do to me. You wasn't true to me. Like,
okay, she feeling the beat now. The second part came in.
Like, but it is no use of me. From where the orders be. Shit isn't fun like how it used to be.
Yo, when y'all was watching this, do y'all feel like, I feel like she talking and she's saying like what she's going through right now. But Ice is, you know, I've said this before, but Ice is that person where it's like she not getting a lot of empathy because she didn't show a lot of empathy when, you know, she was getting exposed and stuff like that. And so it's really interesting to see her demeanor in this performance here and like what she's saying on the song. What do y'all think is going on with her, like for real, mentally?
Now you a dub, so you cannot fool me. You acting unusually. They don't know that I came from the mud. They don't know what it actually does. Grandma died and is leaving me stuck. Where I'm from, niggas die with a slug. We were sharing the pillows with bugs. How you see your own mother in cuffs? But the struggle was never too much. I can never go back how I was. On my block, bitch, I feel like a star. Going up, but don't lose who you are. Took a L when I still made it far.
Which L she took?
If it's smoke, then I clear out the fog. Feel like 50, I know how to rob. I ain't working a regular job. I know bitches that want me to flop. I don't worry, I'll leave it to God. Is you with me, just keep it 100. Say you love me, I knew you was frontin'. Say they did it, I know they ain't done it. I needed you, why was you running? I'm seeing your heart is still thumping. You hearing my song is still bumping. I'm touching a dream and it's coming. Gah.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, I think people are dragging her, you know, like, and I actually think that this was a okay performance. It's like, because you know what? That's what I should say. I think that the part that people are missing is what she's actually saying, because she started off really slow and it wasn't really good. Like the beginning wasn't good. It wasn't catching your attention. It wasn't catching your attention. It was like, sorry, it was reminding us of why like we don't like Ice Spice or why she's not talented, because it felt like she had nothing to say or she couldn't find a beat. And it's really interesting because it's like, is this like a real freestyle, or is this something that you prepared previously and you're just performing it? Because if it's that, then why you started off slow like you didn't know what's going on? If you did prepare it, but if you didn't, that's really interesting because the beat was made by Riot, so which is your right hand man. So, and then there was a couple of things where like most artists, when they talking, like they referring to their love life and business life and stuff like that. And you know, she says something like, you used to be my heart or whatever. So I'm like, y'all think that like after everything that happened, y'all think that her and Riot is still good? Y'all think they good? Y'all think they together or nah? Like, I don't know. I don't. Let's see what people are saying. Went off with Jesus. Where's this? Oh, bars when you rap when you high with the pros. If this was any other female artist, y'all would have been cool with it. Y'all just hit it extra hard because it's Ice Spice. She said, "Why did you lie, nigga? You fired." She raps like she doesn't want to be there. Shut up. I expected this to be terrible, but it's really good. Are we sure it was off the top of her head? Sounds like a good album track. I wouldn't want to hear that on the album because like I would never go back to this. Like this is just okay, cute, but like this, I would never like be like, oh my god, I have to listen to this like every day. You know, maybe not. I don't know. All right, okay. So during the holidays or right when the holidays happened, Ice dropped a deluxe version of her Y2K album. And so, um, where, oh, here it is. So, a lot of the stats was coming out. So her collab with NLE Choppa and the Baby, their song Hannah Montana debuted with 81,631 streams on Spotify in its first day, and that is so low in comparison to how Ice consumption used to be, because she was an artist that, I mean, well, this is a whole project, right? But like when Ice would drop, she was an artist that was getting to 1 million streams a day, like when she was hot. And that's something that like a lot of the A-list mainstream signed artists do. So it's really interesting. And it's like, these days it don't really like the Baby being on your song don't really help. That nigga canceled too. That nigga struggling too. So I guess they all trying to lend a helping hand to each other. So yeah, she was getting dragged for this, and I can't blame the people. That's why I can't blame the people. What did y'all think? So let's see what this is, because I have I think some numbers from like the full first day. No. Hey YouTube, I see y'all. Y'all be fishing for a hit tweet. What did it say? Niggas. So this Ice flopping sparked a debate on like what does it really mean, to have Nicki Minaj's co-sign or be on her label or whatever, because people were saying Nicki's biggest heavy on it fumble, by the way. I don't know why they would quote that, because that's just honestly a setup to get dragged. Because how you say Nicki fumble when it shows that Ice is doing bad, that would mean that she didn't fumble. But anyway, like I'm not even gonna, like that should have never happened. So then this person said, honestly, I think I'd rather have 20% of my earnings from heavy on it when I'm making more than 60% of my earnings from another label when I'm flopping this bad. She would have won under Nicki because BARBZ genuinely liked her. Now, I kind of agree with the statement. I kind of agree with the last part of it where it says BARBZ genuinely liked her. I think a lot of BARBZ genuinely liked Ice, even before she got her Nicki co-signed and stuff like that. But, we all know what happened. But yeah, like, and that's what really sucks. Now, my stance has always been the same. I don't think that she should have ever been considered to be an artist signed to Nicki Minaj, because why? You're not talented. And whether it was 5 weeks, 5 months, excuse me, or 5 years from now, Ice would have flopped regardless, because the girl is not talented and there is no longevity within what she serves. And as she continues to release more music, she had a great first year or 2 years, and then had a great first EP, and then she put out her first album and it was trash. and then she gives us a deluxe and it was trash. I mean, did you listen to it? Because I didn't, and I really don't care to hear it because I just know that it's going to be trash. And so if she only gave us good music on one project and she's consistently delivering things that we don't like, then what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? It's going to keep going in that direction because she ran out. She ran out of songs that were good. She ran out of songs that we like. Now, if Ice was signed to Nicki, she then would have got some help, not only on the sales front, but behind the scenes with the music as well. Because of course, Nicki would have collabed with her. Of course, Nicki would have probably, helped her on the production tip, which she don't really need help with. Let me not say that. But on a writing tip or whatever, like Nicki could have definitely helped her out and stuff like that. But once again, like you should sign to an artist and you should, maybe get help from them in the studio. But like you don't want to sign an artist if you're gonna feel like you gotta hold their hand for every project. You gotta sit with them for every song. Because if I'm signing you, I want to be confident in your ability to make music so that I don't have to, look and police and try to help with everything that you're doing. I should be here, helping you with marketing, giving you feedback, and making sure your budgets are looking good. That's what my job is as a label boss, But I need you to hold the music front down because isn't that what you are? An artist. So that would have never been possible. Like a long-term situation would never have been possible for Ice, honestly, in any label that she's in. And I really, oh my God, just in general, guys, 2025 is going to be so interesting. If we thought 2024 was crazy in every regard, we were just opening up Pandora's box. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how Ice Spice's label really treats her this year, because the consumption is not getting any better. Her public perception of her is not getting any better, and she's not showing any promise or progress. And so what happens at this point? They're going to start decreasing that budget. um so yeah, I don't need to read it back and forth because I feel like I just gave a great take on that. um Now, there was. Okay, so here's another thing really quickly on the. Oh, here it was. Here is her debut streams. When the project dropped, I believe. So, the project came with all these are the only like new songs. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so five new songs, and so it earned in its first day 249,000 streams on Spotify. This is really, really bad. Okay, like, and that was you see this big number right here, and don't count that because Popa is an original song from the album, so they're counting the daily streams of Popa and adding it into whatever was streamed in that first day of being out. And so that's why that number looks big, but don't really pay attention to it. So all of these numbers are so bad. Oh my God. It's crazy how like Ice is not even getting 100,000 versus you was getting 1 million just a couple of months ago. That's crazy. That is super crazy. Not even 10% is crazy. That's a legendary fall off right there. I mean, we gotta congratulations to Ice Spice. This is the starkest fall off I've ever seen in modern history. And I don't know if like, nowadays I don't believe nothing no more when it comes to streaming and labels and shit like that. But it's like, girl, like, was they using bots on her, or did they like reduce the amount of bots that they are using? Or like, is this like dead ass nobody cares about Ice? Like, seriously, what is going on? This is crazy, but it's not. It's not crazy, but the numbers are just surprising. Okay, the numbers are surprising. Um, and so yeah, so this sparked a debate on social media about like what it means to have Nikki's cosign and stuff like that, and or like how it would have worked out for us whether she signed or not, and how like, Nikki's artists are actually doing who are signed to her. And my whole thing on that is like this is something I haven't uploaded it to the channel yet, but I will be doing that in like the next week or so. But it's like nobody is legally signed to Nicki Minaj, so it's like we can't. I'm not gonna sit here and compare. Like, it's not fair to compare artists who you think are signed to Nicki Minaj because that's what she said they have her quote unquote cosign, but then the other girls don't have her quote unquote cosign, you can't compare them, because you're comparing Ice, a signed artist, to here it is, a signed artist to people who are moving independently. Lourdes, 228,000 monthly listeners. Take Cobain, about 150,000 monthly listeners. Okay, so it says Barb's making fun of Ice Spice's numbers when Nicki's 10-year anniversary album with 4 new tracks and physical barely scrapped 20K sales. Now that's not accurate because it did 22,000, but whatever. So it says, meanwhile, these are her heavy on it artists that she has signed and co-signed for well over a year now. Look at how these flopping. Okay, so and then Ice has 14.8 million monthly listeners. So she's still, up there with monthly listeners, still a stark decrease from where she was this time last year. But yeah, once again, it's like I'm not gonna like I can't even join in on this debate, because like these artists are not legally signed to Nicki Minaj. So unless you see this say heavy on it Republic, we can't compare them to people like Ice Spice who got budgets and shit like that. Like it's just not fair. It's not fair. Okay. So yeah. That's all I have to say on Ice. Shout out to everybody for coming through. I really appreciate you guys. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm so glad that we are getting to congregate here for a little bit to chat before the new year comes in. So thank you so much for spending some time with me on this holiday. And shout out to all of the people who've been with me over, like the past week or so, because we was going live on Station Hand and shit like that, like just talking. So yeah. So I really wanted to talk about just everything sort of like in business that's been going on. So we got Young Money stuff. I want to talk about like TDE and Rock Nation, because I was talking so much about how like Young Money was down and shit like that. So it's like, is Young Money rebounding? Okay. And TDE, bitch, Rock Nation is down right now. TDE looking wonky right now. So we gonna get into all of that. Okay. So let's see. I guess I could get into, let's go to Wayne. Okay, so Lil Wayne, all right. Travis Hunter, which is this athlete or whatever that's been in the talk of the town or whatever for the past couple of weeks or so. I don't follow him, so I don't know. I just be scrolling past, so I don't know what's going on with him. But he one of the most talked about athletes right now, and so he signed with Lil Wayne's sports agency. So it says, signing with Lil Wayne's agency Young Money APAA Sports for his on-field representation in the NFL. This is very, very, very interesting, but not really. Like if you were really following Young Money and stuff like that, that Wayne has always had a sports agency. There was always a sports arm of Young Money, and so Wayne even had one of the best. I wouldn't say one of the best, but one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, right, child? Because she was, what's her name, like Nicole, no, let me see. He had a good lawyer working for him. Nicole Young Money lawyer. Please give it to me. No, 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 no. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Young Money Sports. Yeah, here. So NFL agent attorney, okay? So she was a nice young lawyer that was coming up a couple years ago or whatever. And so Wayne hired her as like the lawyer for the sports management arm of Young Money. So you know that like Rock Nation got their management, they label, they publishing, da 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 da. Wayne trying to do the same thing, label sports, right? And Rock Nation got sports as well. So he had his own shit, right? Oh, now she the president of football at Clutch Sports. So I don't know nothing about sports, okay? Let me tell you that right now. But this seems like another sports agency that signs players. And so I was reading into this, and it was just saying how like let's actually read the press release. The two-way star from Colorado, okay, is signing with Lil Wayne's agency for his on-field representation. Hunter finished his collegiate career by playing in the Alamo Bowl, which Colorado lost. Okay, we don't care. He becomes one of the highest profile athlete clients represented by Young Money, which has divisions across NFL, NBA, soccer, and college sports. Interesting. Interesting. What Wade be doing over there in sports? The two-way star is widely projected to be a top 5 pick in the NFL 2025 draft. It remains unclear what position he will focus on in the NFL, which could have a major financial impact. Oh, Young Money also represents, this is interesting. So let's see who Young Money also represents in sports. Young Money also represents new Duke quarterback Darian Mensah, who signed a 2-year, $8 million NIL name, image, and likeness deal to transfer from Tulane's. CBS reported the agency, so Young Money, they also rep Colorado defensive end Jaheim Owadis, a former 5-star recruit who recently transferred from Alabama. So now we know that Young Money got 3 clients right now, okay? But this is important right here. So it says Young Money beat out other major sports agencies, including but not limited to WME, CAA, Clutch Sports Group, and Athletes First, according to sources that had talks with Hunter as the college football season neared its end. There were several additional recent indications Hunter may be signing with Young Money. At his Heisman acceptance speech, Hunter shouted out Lil Wayne. Interesting. After the ceremony in New York, Young Money APAA Sports co-founder and CEO Addie Von Gontard posted 2 photos on Instagram with Hunter and the Heisman Trophy. Ooh, interesting. Um, let's click on that because who is she? Addie Von Gontard. Ooh, CEO, Young Money APAA Sports. Let's click on this, bitch. Oh, they verified. Okay. Global leader in providing unparalleled agency and marketing services to professional athletes worldwide. Founded by Lil Tucci and Addie Vodka. Okay. So here are the CEOs. 117,000 followers. Let's see what it's given. Okay. Welcome. Child, I gotta follow. We gotta keep up with this, bitch. Cause what, bitch? I thought this side of the Young Money business was down. Like it was no longer because I wasn't I wasn't like I wasn't hearing nothing about Young Money Sports for a couple of years, especially after the lady that I just showed you, Agent Nicole Lynn. Before I even came to Barb Twitter, hey Trey, before I even came to Barb Twitter, I was following this lawyer because I don't know, I was just always like just looking at like what Young Money was doing. So I've been following this lawyer for years. And so I remember when Wayne signed her the first time to work for Young Money, and then I remember a couple of years ago, yeah, at this point maybe a couple of years ago, she announced that she was leaving Young Money, like she wasn't working with Young Money anymore. And I think that that may have been around like 2020 or whatever, something like that, maybe around pandemic times, which would make sense because everybody was going through hard times during that time. And also that was around the time that Wayne made the deal for, I think around 100 million for the masters of Young Money. And so, I think that Wayne was really may have been going through some financial things that at that time that may have, or just she just wasn't really working out, like with her, with the sports part of the business. It could be anything. I don't know. I'm just talking, okay? I'm just talking. So take nothing that I say as fact. So it's real interesting now how I'm learning. Like, so I wasn't really like keeping tabs on her that much, especially after she left Young Money. But I see that she said in her bio she's the president of football at Clutch Sports. That sounds like a huge job. The president of football. She's an agent and attorney. Wow. And so so she left Young Money for Clutch Sports, which is a Young Money competitor. They're competing, they're competitors now because all of these big sports agencies is trying to sign that Travis Hunter dude because he popping right now. And so it's real interesting how he went with Young Money instead of all of the other big talent agencies that be getting people these big deals and stuff like that. So I'm like, wow, like, I know a lot of people is talking about it, and I see a lot of discourse I was looking at a lot of discourse on Twitter and stuff like that when this was announced, because it says wait, it says that Super Bowl performance makes sense now. Jay said, "You shall not do what I'm doing and think you're going to perform as well." Jay looks even worse. All right, that's just, these are just people, fans giving their opinions or whatever. But for me personally, like I said, as somebody who had been following Young Money Sports and stuff like that for a couple of years, I was really surprised because I did not know that this side of the business was still functioning. And so, like everybody, like not everybody, I'm sorry, but a lot of people in the comment section is kind of thinking the same thing. Like, what? Like Young, like Wayne in sports, like since when? Like they don't think that like Wayne is equipped to manage this dude's career. And so that's kind of like the mindset that I'm coming in with as well, because like I just hadn't been seeing a lot regarding the sports arm of the company, but now seeing that it's number one, it would never be just Wayne, but it seems like this dude right here, this white dude, he a partner. He's obviously Wayne's partner in the company. And here is, let's see, the 2019 child. This was all the way back in 2019. So let's see who else is in this. So we know Tez, right? Longtime manager and stuff like that. Matt, UK, agent to the stars, another agent. Okay. So just sports colleagues and shit. Who this? We don't know. He want to be low key. So yeah, this is really interesting. So I'm gonna have to really, just make sure that I follow this dude and keep up with what's going on. Young Money APAA. What does APAA stand for? Is this their staff? Like what? The Avenue Agency. Imagine being so obsessed with sports that you want to work in it. Especially for like what's it called? Like a woman. Girl, what was I just looking at? Oh, this. Who else is in here? Who this? Defense tackle. Oh, Young Money APAA Sports. Oh, this is a player. Okay. Okay, we read about him in the article. All right, interesting. So yeah, that's Young Money Sports clientele. All right, so we learned something new today regarding all of that. Okay, very, very interesting. Cool. So yeah, so it seemed like Young Money up. Young Money got a +1. Okay, Young Money. Well, I mean, like this ain't got shit to do with music or whatever, but hey, I mean, like in regards to like like just it's obviously it's bigger than music, because Jay-Z is all of that in the NFL, and then Wayne is trying to do his thing in the NFL. So like this person was saying right here, like this number makes more sense now. I'm not saying it makes more sense now. I'm just saying that this is interesting, where it says Jay said, "You shall not do what I'm doing and think you're going to perform as well." Interesting. So Jay-Z may be trying to stunt Wayne's growth in the NFL because hey, you ain't coming into my. All right, it was always what's it called, a battle between like who the best rapper, Jay-Z and Wayne and stuff like that, and now you want to pull up on me in sports? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so while we are on the Young Money side of things, I want to talk a little bit about Drake. Okay, just an update on his stuff going on with UMG. Not gonna get too deep into it. Hey Key, happy holidays. So it says Drake acknowledged upcoming petition hearings. Okay, so Drake did a stream the other night, but before this, I think Spotify had responded to the lawsuit. So I'm obviously not gonna get into that, right? Because I don't even have it pulled up, but basically Spotify said that, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't do this, X, Y, and Z. They denying the claims. Of course they are. Why would they, expose themselves? So it's, to me, there's really has been no movement. And so here is the next step of what is going to happen in the case. So let's just read it. So it says Drake acknowledged upcoming petition hearings, including corporations UMG, iHeartMedia, and Spotify in his Christmas live stream with Aiden Ross on Thursday night, December 26th, mentioning mentioning corporations, we said, and we kind of talked about this already. It says, he says, Drake says, that's my mother, by the way. Any of you guys think you can finish me? From one man to the biggest corporation, you guys will never done me. Are you crazy? Most powerful force you ever seen in your life, me and her. So
Yo, Gucci, forward real quick. All right, I'm gonna read this last story. That's my mother, by the way. And it's crazy. Any of you guys think you could finish me? That's my mom. Are you guys crazy? Anybody here, from the bigger, it doesn't matter, from one man to the biggest corporation in the world. You guys have never done me. Are you crazy? The most powerful force you ever seen in your life. Me and her together. Love it.
so he's saying
So you get the heart from for sure, bro. Finish anything.
he's saying him and his mom is the most powerful force ever in life. I'm crying. So I feel like this is real interesting how like Drake now talking like Nicki talking, you know, like it's corporate giants and machines that went against me. Like Drake is now using the word corporations and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, Drake, like, you know. So it says Drake saying like UMG, Spotify, iHeart, all of y'all, Kendrick, all of y'all. Drake heads to court in Texas and New York on January 13th and 19th. So a lot going down in the court system, child. This is all hip hop is these days, bitch. Business talk and legal talk. That's literally all we do. Everybody is always in court for something. God damn. But I love it because we've been learning so much over the past couple of years, and that's what life is about, learning. And I get like this is the most great way to learn through, you know, like public figures, celebrities, and artists and stuff like that, because that's clearly what we pay attention to. So, all right, cool. We here for it. So we gonna keep it up. We gonna keep up with that. And I also wanted to say, like, I had tweeted this on Twitter a couple of days saying, like, I'm on Drake's side. Okay, if that's not clear by now, I'm on Drake's side because I really hope that he is successful in this lawsuit, because if he is, it is obviously going to expose the industry and a lot of things are going to change, and also in that Nicki Minaj will be vindicated and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm on Drake's side. I really hope that all the shit really works through for him. But you know, he is fighting an uphill battle, the three most powerful corporations in music and technology right now. So let's just hope that they, you know, the court like is being fair and like makes Spotify and stuff like that hand over whatever documents Drake is asking for in order to see, you know, some evidence so that they can actually, you know, take the legal action that they want to do. I really fucking hope that this shit goes somewhere. Okay. So yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think? Is Young Money rebounding? Child, I ain't got nothing on Nicki because, you know, Nicki over there in the back strategizing or whatever. So but yeah, that's for Young Money right now. So it's like, all right, Young Money, we coming up, like we coming back up a little bit. Wayne and Jay been battling off and on for nearly 2 decades now. Yeah, but it sucks though, because like Wayne, you a son, you know. So let's go into now we about to get into exposing Rock Nation. So or should I start with TDE first? No, I'm gonna start with Rock Nation. So once again, I'm not gonna do too much on this, but like, you know, like I know that everybody is pretty up to date with what's been going on with the JC case and him and Alex Shapiro being admonished by the judge. And so I'm not gonna get into that too much. So here's what the lawyer said. Carter's lawyer's relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast track the judicial process merely because counsel demands it. I am so glad that you know, Jay-Z has been put in his place for real, because they did all of that. Him and Alex Shapiro, they did everything they did in the past couple weeks with the statements and the packages and the presentations and the filings and all of that. They did all of that before the judge even made a statement on the case. Bitch, you moving to get the case with, and the judge ain't even read the paperwork yet. Oh, it's the most honestly one of the, it could be one of the most disrespectful things when you are, you know, like rushing someone and you don't respect, you know, like people's time and stuff like that. So I'm so glad that they got put in their place. I know a lot of people was hyped for that update or whatever. But yeah, so I could say I'm taking the point from Rock Nation down right now. Okay. Let's hope the judge continues to be fair. But the judge, I don't know if it's fair I don't know. I have no opinion on nothing. I never have no opinion on nothing until the facts really come out. So the judge is allowing the woman to proceed anonymously, at least for now. Okay. So that means at some point the judge is going to ask to what's it called? Like, her to reveal herself or whatever, because the defendant does have a right to know who is suing him so that they can obviously defend themselves. You can't, hey, PBG, you cannot defend yourself if you don't know who is suing you. So yeah, sure, but yeah, I think that like they needed to be knocked down, because y'all have to understand that this is a court proceeding, and the public the public, we don't care. We don't care. We only care about facts. Okay. Most of us only care about facts. So it's just like, let this play out in court and stop doing, like, why do y'all do all of that for the media? It's really, really weird and interesting. It's weird and interesting about how much Jay-Z will do to make himself look good, And yeah, I don't like that. Keith says, I'm happy too, and I'm glad you're touching on this subject. So many are scared to speak on Jay. For what? Like I said, we only speak on facts, okay? We only speak facts. So I'm only gonna say what's being reported. I don't have no conspiracy theories, child. And that's another thing. I don't know if that's fair, because I do feel like a lot of what's it called? A lot of inconsistencies were displayed in her story. So it's like you have a lot of inconsistencies in your story, and you also have someone who is trying to be anonymous, but it's really a toss-up, because you got that, but then you also have Tony Busby, who's a lawyer with I guess a great track record. So it's like, I can't really doubt any one side or whatever. So like we playing it like the judge, like we just waiting for the facts to come out, and when it's time to get going and reveal herself, I hope she do, and if it's true, then I hope that he is held accountable or whatever. But yeah, so Rock Nation, you're down. Haha, Jay-Z. And that came out like right smack dab. I think it was right after Christmas or whatever. Woo! Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, bitch, you just getting exposed, bitch, every fucking day. Like literally every day is something else about Meg. Okay, so right now we're gonna talk about Tory's latest response to Megan, and then I'm gonna get into her tickets, her concert tickets. Somebody comment that in the chat, like, make sure I don't forget to talk about that. Okay. So it says Tory Lanez has accused Megan Thee Stallion of misusing the justice system. Okay. So by filing a temporary restraining order against him, calling her claims of harassment ridiculous. In court documents filed on Christmas Eve, bitch. They in the middle of fighting Jay-Z case, and they still getting that Tory when he can't even move on Christmas Eve. Oh my God. And Jay-Z, bitch, can you please give your staff some time off? Goddamn. I would hate a boss like you, even though, your life, your line, your money is on the line. I get it, but bitch, it's fucking Christmas. Anyway, and then they had to perform on Christmas Day in Houston, right? Child, that family don't sleep. I know they having a hard time over there. In court documents filed on Christmas Eve, Tory argued that Megan's actions are an attempt to silence him through legal channels rather than addressing the matter openly. Interesting. Megan filed a restraining order on December 17th, alleging months of harassment, including claims that Tory has worked with bloggers to spread false narratives about her online. In his response, Tory denied having any contact with Megan since the incident, pointing to California laws that protect free speech. He also claimed that Megan, with the backing of a powerful label and substantial financial resources, is using her influence to stifle opposing opinions rather than confronting the allegations in the public. Let me read that again. Using her influence to stifle opposing opinions rather than confronting the allegations in public. Tory suggested that Megan is struggling to handle the intense public backlash that has escalated since his filing. According to reports, she is relying heavily on her team and record label to manage the criticism and online attacks. That's very not good. It's like, yes, protect your investment, but at the same time, it's like is it worth it? Like, Megan, you're weird. You're dead weird. I hope you go to therapy, because you're weird. You're really fucking weird. And it's like, what kind of like mentality is like Jay-Z? And it's like, it go for Beyonce too, because like they say, you know, like they feel like manipulating the media or whatever is going to change our point of view. What don't y'all get that we do not live in the 90s anymore? We don't care about what y'all gotta say. All we care about is the facts and the evidence. So y'all need to stop. Like, do y'all not see people? Like, it's been 5 years. We're going on 5 years of people breaking this case down on social media. If y'all think that this is gonna stop anytime soon, it's not. It's not. You could stop it for real, for real. You could stop it if you really get Megan to do a sit down, like, got honest to God interview. But other than that, nah, like, it's not going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. And that's why it's like, honestly, like, do we really have a problem with Megan Thee Stallion? Maybe, because you a liar, honestly. But it's like academics said, like, just talk to the people. Like, talk to the people, because you think that just moving behind the scenes is gonna cut it. Like, nah, like, and that's the thing. Like, and I said this in my final statement to Beyonce, which I'll upload probably tomorrow or whatever. But it's just like, girl, we don't care. So then here's something positive though on Megan. It says Megan Thee Stallion announces that her Pete and Thomas Foundation has served more than 8,600 people with philanthropic work this year. So her foundation is called Pete and Thomas, and yay, they did work. So great, you know, something positive, right? But then let me show you what came out today. So, you know what? Let me just go here. So it says, charity tickets to over 60 organizations. Look, this is the Pete and Thomas Foundation that we just talked about, right? By Megan Thee Stallion. It says Hot Girl Summer Tour charity tickets. Over 60 organizations received the opportunity to attend the Hot Girl Summer Tour through donated tickets. Wow. Got the Scoop said, now where they found this? Got the Scoop said, might tell a joke but never a lie. I guess the giveaway was literally given away. You got a free ticket. You got a free ticket. So Nikki was alleging that, you know, like they was giving tickets, buying tickets. You know, there was a whole bunch of, you know, theories about like Megan's ticket sales and stuff like that. And that's why they didn't report. They wasn't reporting Megan's final numbers for her tour, because how many tickets y'all gave away? Now, what was the last post that we looked at about her the thing? It says more than 86,000 people. So like, what else they did? Because did you give out over 8,000 tickets? I don't think so. Meg. I don't think you gave out 86,000 tickets. Like, what you mean philanthropic work? Like, what was y'all doing? Let's see. December 30th. This year, the Pete and Thomas Foundation served over 86,000 students, mothers, fathers, and senior citizens. Thank you to our 102 community partners for their collaboration and continued work to support underserved communities. Shout out to the hotties, volunteers, donors, and corporate partners. I'm crying. Your support helped make 2024 a year of growth and greater impact in the community. So basically, it's like, through her foundation, she's partnering with donors, people who are just donating what? Maybe they could be helping, you know, other sorts of things, like giving out food or going to schools. Yeah, I'm sure that that's a part of it. But what we're focused on here is like, what percentage of the efforts from this Pete and Thomas Foundation went into promoting that tour? Excuse me. Went into promoting that tour and making it seem like that tour was sold out when they was just giving away tickets. That's crazy, Meg. Y'all put yourself in black and white. Let's see what this is. Hold on.
We are looking for 100 girls and young women to come up with creative projects to bring joy to your community. Today we are taking some ladies chosen by my own Pete and Thomas Foundation to have a hot girl experience.
Thank you, Meg, for giving us this opportunity.
We appreciate you and what you're doing. Just keep going.
Just think it's amazing to give back some.
Hot girl to have a
Hottie Week in Los Angeles in partnership with Nike. She got a deal with Nike, right? Look on her Instagram. She promoted Nike shit. We welcome 20 college students for an all-day VIP experience, including a glam session, product and styling advice from experts, and a surprise shopping spree at Dick's Sporting Goods. They also attended the Hottie Walk at the LA Memorial Coliseum. I'm pretty sure that when you like volunteer to receive a service, they also be like, okay, well, you have to show up to this Hottie Walk to show support for Megan Thee Stallion and her cause. We partnered with Southern Black Girls for the Black Girl Joy Challenge, awarding 100 young women from 13 Southern states with $550 in micro grants to promote joy in the community through mental health awareness and wellness. We follow all their incredible work and featured Kristen from Arkansas. Okay, we don't care. For the third annual, over 60 hotties volunteered across the city, including renovating literacy and studio rooms. That's nice. Okay, look at this one. Hot Girl Summer Tour, Make-A-Wish, hosted Rachel, an incredible Make-A-Wish recipient, for a special meet and greet, tour merch, and front row seat at the Memphis stop of the Hot Girl Summer Tour. Crying. Bitch, you exposed yourself. Over 60 organizations received the opportunity to attend the Hot Girl Summer Tour through donated tickets. Bitch. But you gotta advertise, child, right? You giving white girls a free front row seat in Memphis, Tennessee? That's kind of disrespectful, child. In collaboration with the Obama Foundation. Who else was endorsing Kamala? In collaboration with the Obama Foundation, 12 young women from Girls Opportunity Alliance Future Series 2 programs of the Obama Foundation for an intimate conversation with an all-women of color panel who shared their professional journey and contributions to the Hot Girl Summer Tour, as well as enjoyed the show in Chicago. Before I keep going, let me ask y'all this. Who y'all think Nikki be getting the tea from? Who do y'all think be telling Nikki what they doing from Meg? So she gave 12 free tickets to the show in Chicago, right? An all women of color panel. Interesting. Because, the Obamas, they used to represent Chicago in the Senate before he became president. Child, Block Party. Emergency Power Program. The Pete and Thomas Foundation and Bread of Life Inc. launched the Emergency Power Program to support senior citizens in the short term and provide a long-term solution for reliable backup power that will protect them from future emergencies and power outages. Billboard says Megan Thee Stallion launches Emergency Power Program for senior citizens, and it was also reported in the Daily Beast. That's nice. God's Love We Deliver Gala. Our founder, Megan Thee Stallion, was awarded the Jen Love Award for Outstanding Philanthropy at the Golden Heart Awards hosted by God's Love We Deliver in recognition of her dedication to uplifting communities. Megan Thee Stallion received the Catalyst for Change Award at the Planned Parenthood at Grid in New York. Bye. True Religion shopping experience. Bitch, these are all of these shits that she is fucking partnered with is like the same brands who be partnering with her. She has a whole True Religion commercial, a whole Nike commercial. So it's like they're doing exchanges. Like, what's the money exchange? They doing exchange. Yeah, they paying her to, I guess, what? Like, who getting paid? Like, this is so weird. We hosted 20 deserving young people for a shopping spree at True Religion in LA. Everyone received a gift. Great. I mean, that's fine, like give away like clothes because you're partnering with True Religion. Cool. Like, no problem with that. Over 1,000 turkeys. Now she did try to do a turkey drive. Well, In 2024, the Pete and Thomas Foundation has served 8,674 students, mothers, fathers, and senior citizens. Congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion and her foundation. I can't, I can't, yeah, PBG, I don't know if you saw, but like they was just putting all of this stuff out today. And if you look at the original post from her page, from this page, which is the Pete and Thomas Foundation, Megan Thee Stallion's shit, it says December 30th. So this was reported yesterday, which is why got a shout out Got the Scoop, which is why I Got the Scoop reported on it today, because she was watching that video that we just watched, and this is screenshots from the video. Crying. That's what you call doing research. All right. Shout out Got the Scoop. Shout out Got the Scoop for that, bitch. Because who's looking at the Pete and Thomas Foundation social media, bitch? We didn't even know this shit existed. But so yeah, Megan, you was dead giving away tour tickets. Cool, or whatever. Like, that's the thing. It's like you can't really fault it all the way, because all of these celebrities got their own foundations and stuff like that, because like that's what they do, right? Like Siani said in the chat on YouTube, tax write-offs, right? Like this is all for tax purposes and stuff like that. But for Megan Thee Stallion, it's for more than that, obviously, because they needed to fill seats. And she did other initiatives that I'm sure they were not started this year, because even before, like, I guess around the time like her and Nicki collab, when she was really popping off, she was going to like different beaches and doing like a hottie walk, like a hottie cleanup, where they go to the beach in like their bikinis and like clean up the beach or whatever. So yeah, like she's always been doing her thing or whatever, but it's very interesting how they really made it work to give away seats. And like it said in the post for the foundation, let's go back real quick, because this is the part that we got to focus on, because they have corporate sponsors or whatever. Wait, where is it? Let's go back. Pete and Thomas Foundation. So it says, thank you to our community partners, and it says donors and corporate partners. So who donated, right? They could have donated, like for example, True Religion donated jeans and whatever clothing that they gave away. Corporate partners, though, what are the corporate partners? Let me see what we could look at. What can we find? Does it have a thing on the contact, donate? Let's see. Donate. Name, email, phone number. Oh, you could donate directly on the website. Okay. Pete and Thomas Foundation. See, they posted this on Instagram as well. All donations are tax deductible in the United States. It's a nonprofit corporation organized in accordance with the IRS. Programs and events, press, news and events. Very, very interesting. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, holidays, special events. Let's click on that. 2023 March Madness Music Festival. Who helps out with this? Like, I thought like they would have something like for like, what are our corporate partners? So we can see like who is the corporate partner, because it's definitely one of them is Rock Nation, But yeah, all right. So cool. Megan, ciao. So what percentage of your tickets were donated and given away versus how many of them were actually sold? We need a breakdown. That's what we need. We need a breakdown. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Megan Thee Stallion and stuff. But now we're gonna move on to like the TDE side of things. So what's her name? SZA released her project last week or whatever. And let me see. How I want to take this real quick. Let me see something. Okay. All right, let me start off with this. So I guess on Christmas, actually, it was like speculated that SZA had unfollowed Punch, which is one of the executives at TDE, the label where she signed, and so they confirmed that like they're no longer working together in terms of management. Okay, and so this is important because it's important to distinguish, because a label like TDE, I think, functions very interestingly, where they manage the artists that are also on their roster, and kind of the same with no, actually, it's not the same with Rock Nation. Rock Nation has a management arm, a label arm, and a publishing arm. But just because you're signed to one doesn't mean you're signed to the other. So, but I think that both Quality Control have this structure as well, where if you're signed to the label, you're also managed by the label. Quality Control does it as well as TDE does it, and that is not a good thing to do. You should not be managed by the people that are on your label, because label and management have different interests in terms of percentages and in terms of how what they're doing for you and what they expect from you, and what they can negotiate on your behalf. If a manager is supposed to get 10 to 15%, and he also functioning as your label, bitch, that nigga almost getting about 40-50%, because you getting money from my management stuff and my label shit and probably my publishing shit. So no artist should be in any type of deal like that. But it's probably the case at TDE that they do that. And I also think that they do that for acts like the City Girls, JT, stuff like that. But that's not really a good setup to be in, okay? So anyways, real interesting how like SZA has split from her management. And I think that like it was an abrupt decision. It sounded like an abrupt decision. I can't remember what I read or heard that made me see that or whatever, because I don't really pay attention to them like that. But this is on a Drake account, so it says TDE spiraling on Christmas. Damn. So it's like, bam, damn. We gotta call it, because we call the cracks in Young Money, so we call in the cracks in TDE. It's something going on. It's always been something going on though at TDE, right? Like nobody's perfect for like step one, okay? Nobody's perfect, but it's like, SZA always claiming, like, child, I don't know, her music be getting pushed back. They be saying she a liar, bitch. I don't know what to believe when it comes to them, but obviously, like, it ain't all that great, right? And it's always been spoken about how, like, her and I guess Punch have disagreements. I don't know if it's all disagreements or if it's just I mean, it has to be disagreements to a certain extent, but yeah, like there are definitely cracks in TDE, and I just really wonder how like what is the dynamic between them, SZA and Punch, especially TDE on the label, because it's like, okay, you're not managing like this aspect of my career, but you're still kind of involved in a lot of the shit, so it's just like, it's very interesting. I'm pretty sure what's her name, SZA, want to be off of TDE, and I'm pretty sure that she'll get her wish soon, maybe with a next album. And I wonder if like that has anything to do with why SZA released like this. Lana is a separate, or not a separate project from what's the other one, SOS, because it's like, yes, but like we said, it was teased as a deluxe, and then it's not a deluxe, and now it's definitely not a deluxe. So it's like, why though? Y'all took 2 years, and it's still a part of the same project. Y'all need to stop doing that. I'm gonna keep saying it until y'all stop doing it. Artists, stop with these deluxes a year after y'all project. We don't care, okay? We don't care. I don't care who you are. We don't care. Unless your shit sound amazing, we don't care. Y'all tell me, what was y'all opinion on SZA's Deluxe? Did you guys care for it? I also found it so interesting that so many barbs were so like, like when I SZA asked for this project, like y'all was on her dick. Like y'all was on Twitter like, SZA, you need a drop, sounding like Drake, because y'all thirsty as fuck. I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. So yeah, I want to know like how people really feel about that, because then what we gonna do is we gonna go back on Twitter and we gonna look up, we gonna do a search for SZA and Nicki, look at their names together. And so, SZA been on her shit. She been, like marketing her shit or whatever, talking on Twitter and shit like that, interacting with her fans. See, we're going to go through some of her tweets. She said, if it wasn't for God's favor over my life this year, boy, my parents are healthy, won 3 Grammys, went #1 again, sang on Sesame Street, shot a movie, shot a Vogue cover, toured the world, got a Songwriters Hall of Fame award, who job bless, no man curse, no man. Amen. Okay, it's definitely giving a lot of Nicki Minaj on here. So then SZA also shared a screenshot on Christmas Eve. One of her stats was saying, it says, SZA remains at #1 on Spotify's global top artist chart for the third consecutive day. And, you know, there's not a lot of competition out right now because everybody's on vacation, right? And so she goes #1. So she says, the fact that y'all have me at #1 for a third day with no playlisting, no promo, no radio on a deluxe. This is why I try my best, because y'all always got me no matter what. Thank you. Okay, so she's highlighting the fact that she's #1 for 3 days in a row with no label support. Okay. Now she was getting clocked. Okay, she was getting clocked by people because literally, look, this person clocked her right here in a whole freaking, what's it called? Community note or whatever. So let's click on this. It says, SZA, she is literally the cover of Spotify's R&B playlist. What are you talking about? How are you talking about you have no support when you're on the cover of R&B, one of the biggest R&B playlists on Spotify? SZA, stop. Okay. I'm crying. So starting to believe Nicki Minaj actually logged in. We just read that tweet. She said niggas try to, oh yeah, this one. She said niggas try to sabotage not knowing it only motivates me, silly goose. And so this person was like, get out of Nicki's nachos and quickly. Crying. We read that one. Everybody's saying this is a Nicki Minaj ass tweet. Y'all got me weak with the Nicki possessed SZA tweets. This is so Nicki coded. Nicki's influence is insane. OMG, y'all swear Nicki crazy, but the girls be saying the same shit. They just have a therapist. Oh, I'm crying. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Let's see. December 24th, she went to Nicki Minaj University of Corporate Giants and Machines that went against me. I don't know how to feel about this. How do y'all feel about this? I don't know how to feel about this. Because I mean, I feel like for the most part, I feel annoyed. Because, well, why do I feel annoyed? Well, I mean, once again, I'm not someone that really keeps up with SZA, but I know like the general consensus about her, and they be saying like she a liar and stuff like that. And so it'd be like, what you mean? I mean, yes, like, okay, so of the things that I've heard about SZA and her career is like, yes, obviously there's some disagreements in between her and her label. I mean, most artists go through that anyway. So it's like, but how do you make a claim that somebody is intentionally sabotaging you, because you're still one of the best, like highest performing artists in your field in terms of pop and R&B, like that ass, like SZA is really the Nicki Minaj of R&B, because it's like, it's dead ass only her and Summer Walker, and that really performs on a high level of consumption. And SZA is higher than Summer Walker because SZA captures that pop audience, she captures a huge diverse audience. Her monthly listeners are at about what is it, 80 million on Spotify? Let's do a check real quick, okay, SZA? Because SZA, what you mean you getting sabotaged? What you mean you got 81.1 million? Let's look at Summer Walker, bitch. Summer Walker 24.4. Damn, you got like, bitch, that's 4 times bigger than Summer Walker. Let's look at Ari Lennox. Oh my God, 3.1, bitch. That bitch gone. That bitch flopping. Oh, that's so sad. Like, so you look in terms of SZA in comparison to her R&B counterparts, she's outperforming them like no other. Like, I don't know what R&B woman has ever seen these kind of numbers. Like, SZA's breaking a lot of records for R&B, if that's what they consider her. I don't know, honestly, because I don't know, child. I don't even listen to her music, child, so I really don't know. But yeah, like, she's breaking a lot of records for Black women. SZA makes more money on touring than Nicki Minaj too. So it's like, yeah, SZA is definitely up there. So you're gonna have to really point out something to me that tells me that somebody is sabotaging you. Now, she could definitely be going through some stuff because because just because you got high numbers don't mean that you're not being sabotaged, because once again, her audience is just wide because of how her music sounds, right? She's able to capture different audiences, just like Drake and Nicki Minaj can do so as well. But that doesn't mean that they're not being sabotaged. Okay, so she may have a point. I don't know. Once again, this is all up for debate. But I personally just don't like I felt like the BARBZ was way too much on SZA's dick during her first week, during her release week, because see, my thing is with the BARBZ is that it's like y'all gonna y'all gas somebody up, and then the one thing when she start like talking like she talking like Nicki, like, oh, they trying to sabotage me, like what now? What now? Because y'all swear that, like the lightest thing that somebody could say is going against Nicki or trying to be like Nicki or whatever. And you was gassing this girl up just 24 hours ago. Now look at y'all. Egg on y'all face. Egg on y'all face. So I think the BARBZ been quiet about it because bitch, I ain't seen no, nothing too crazy up in arms or whatever. Now I did see one, Barb that a lot of people, look to his opinion, say like, yeah, like, her management has been sabotaging her X, Y, and Z or whatever. So it's like, okay, real interesting, really interesting. But see, that this is the most interesting part about it. The most interesting part about it is that like it's SZA, and here we are in this war against Roc Nation and TDE. So for in the BARBZ mentality, they'll drag Drake. They hate Drake, even though like if Drake win, we all win, right? If Drake win, Nicki vindicated, we all win. Like Young Money is vindicated. But for some reason, y'all rather hate Drake more and love SZA, who is your actual op. Like that's why I'ma just be how I am and have my own opinion, because y'all just be looking crazy. Y'all dead be looking crazy, and y'all be gassing people up, and dragging people that is just like, girl, like, like nobody's saying you can't listen to the girl music, but the way y'all was drooling over her on the timeline was crazy to me, doing absolutely way too much. Yeah, but so that's my thing on that. So now we gonna stay on TDE real quick, and I'm gonna move on to let's see what this is. You talked about Drake lawsuit. What's this? Okay, so SZA, hey you Mira, happy New Year. So it says SZA says that updated mixes and new songs will be added to Lana on January 6th. So SZA drops in the smack dab middle right before Christmas. All of the music industry is shut down, and so she does this thing that's kind of like the same thing that Nicki did last year. You drop a project and then you're like, okay, I'm working on it, I'm updating mixes, I'm gonna update it, and you guys will hear the difference. And so it's like, that shit is annoying as fuck. Like, it was like cool, it was cute for the one time that Nicki did it or whatever, but it's like, girl, like, don't be all like, girl, like, why is your music not done? Like, y'all artists is taking 5 years to put out projects, and you telling me that you still working on the shit the night before. Bitch, what the fuck you been doing the past 2 years? Y'all are dead annoying. Like, y'all artists is dead annoying. So it's real interesting how I mean, shit, I better not have seen no smoke for SZA, bitch, because if Nicki did the same thing, like, because that's my thing, is like, y'all be making so many excuses for Nicki, and now you gonna start seeing artists do the same exact thing. So I wonder how annoying it's gonna be now. So now SZA gotta wait. The label says SZA gotta wait until January 6th when everybody back in the office, and then they will update her music and stuff like that. So yeah, but anyway, y'all artists, once again, stop with these deluxes, stop with updating y'all music, bitch. Don't be fucking making no announcements unless y'all dead ass ready, because y'all be taking 4 or 5 years to work. And the shit is not even really all of that great. Like, a lot of people love it, but a lot of people, I've seen also a lot of comments saying like, oh, like, like this deluxe really wasn't all that, so it's just like, yeah, just take y'all time with y'all music, child. But it's like, on one hand, I was appreciating like, oh, like, this is a true artist, like, we're seeing a true artist work in real time. But honestly, like, the average ear is not trained to understand the differences in mixes that you guys are even talking about. Even for me, myself, who I talk about music so much and stuff like that, I can't really tell the difference, like, from a mix. Like, I don't know what I'm listening to, what my ears should be looking for, honestly. So yeah, I can hear you if your vocals are turned up or whatever, but bitch, I don't know what you fucking talking about. So we don't care. Once again, get the shit done and make sure that it's right before you put it out. It's simple. Our job is to listen to the shit as fans, and your job is to make sure that it sounds correct. And we have as fans, like, once again, the average ear cannot tell like how these drums sound, or how that needs to be turned up or turn that down or take that out or whatever. But it's like, that's your specificities, right? Like, because we always hear like Nikki saying like, oh, I listened back to that song and there's so many mistakes in that song and so many things I would have done differently. Great, we know that. That's great, that's amazing, that's called growth right there. But yeah, just make sure y'all have your music done, because child, we don't care. Like all it, like, I just feel like music is so messy these days, and I'm not talking about drama, I'm just talking about bitches be all over the place. Like, girl, our job is to fucking stream and buy. Please stop telling me all of this extra information. Like, it's not my job. Okay, thank you. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Should artists be more prepared before they release projects? Yes or no? Girl. Now, speaking this New Year's Eve, all right? So shout out to all of y'all for coming through. I hope that y'all missed me during the holidays. I can't wait to turn up more in 2025. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and I want to be more unapologetic and stuff like that. I want to like focus less on like dumb negative comments and stuff like that. Focus more on the people who really fuck with me, even though I feel like I do that a lot. But you know, it's always great to focus on you guys more, because I so appreciate the time that you give to me. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for popping in today. Please make sure that you like the video and you're subscribed to the channel. I have so many things to upload, so I'm going to be working on that, like just dead working on that. So if you're not seeing me live a lot, it's because I'm working on that. Yeah, so like we just exposing everybody before the end of 2024 and shit like that. Just talking about shit that's been going on for you know, like the past couple of days or weeks or whatever during the holiday season or whatever. So am I done with SZA? Yes, I think I'm done with SZA, bitch. I'm not done with TDE, ho. So Rock Nation, y'all down 1 point. TDE, y'all down 1 point. But now the BARBZ is gonna be down. So I have, yeah, now the last time we was live, we talked about like things in state and culture that we're leaving in 2024. And I'm not going to talk about that today, because you're going to see me upload that to the channel within like a week or so, and so we'll talk about that then. But you know, just real quick, like we turned it up like in 2025. Like, we don't care about y'all feelings, like we don't y'all stands, like we don't care about y'all feelings. I don't care about like nothing, like honestly, like we turning it up. We going advanced. This is advanced barbology, bitch. This is advanced femme rap politics. We talking music business. We're gonna shift our conversation more on the business side of things, and I'll cover you like the drama and shit, whatever. But we're learning so much about the business. Like, we're literally seeing SZA tweet in real time about what's happening in the business during the holiday season, and that's the type of conversations I want to have. That's what I want to talk about, talking about shit from a business perspective. And just moving forward, just know that like everything is my opinion, but you ain't gotta agree. Okay, opinions are not facts. All right, shout out to Couture Bay for that, because it is so true. Opinions are not facts. You ain't gotta like it, but definitely keep it cute and keep it respectful. And so yeah, I'm gonna be less you know, catering to people's feelings. Like, I feel like one of the great things about people who are creators these days about music, like we have so many fucking arguments. Oh, playback, I'm sorry. We have so many fucking arguments these days about like shit. Like, y'all be so in y'all feelings when we talk about artists and stuff like that. But it's like, it's so important for people like me to exist, because it's like we're gonna get to a point in society, we're almost there, where it's like nobody really cares about celebrity culture anymore. But you're gonna get to a point in your life where it's like you're gonna look back at this time and be like, bro, why was I so uptight about my favorite artist? Like, what does this fucking matter? Like, you know, like, what does it matter for me being a cupcake, bitch? Like, bitch, let me have my own fucking opinion. Like, if you're one of those type of stands, like, you're gonna look back at this time of your life and be like, bitch, I was so fucking stupid. You know, like, stop. You know, so like, and take it from somebody who been through that, you know, like who been through like only positive things about my favorite artist. But like, nah, it's like, if you see a crack, it is what it is. Like, it just is what it is, sis. Like, it's the truest facts, and we only gonna speak on things that happen. All right, not conspiracy theories. All right. So yeah, take your feelings out of it, bitch. But disagree, you know, respectfully. Make me think, you know, say something like substantial other than like pay mole or op or something. Like, I really want to have like deeper, higher level conversations. That's what I'm getting at. All right. So here are some of my notes for today. We got through most of it, but so we talked about SZA, we talked about Drake's lawsuit. We're gonna get into DOECHI a little bit now, because I want to officially address the chatter about DOECHI online right now, in specific regards to the BARBZ perspective on her. And so I want to make sure that I say this on the channel. So we could start off with, or was I showing my shit? Okay, why is this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see what I was doing. All right. You've been live this whole time. Yes, I was sitting in silence once and I first commented, oh my God, that looks kind of something. No replay value. Okay, Lizzie, I'm kind of catching up with your comments. I already think that got caught up in the stand shit, crying. Cause I'd be like, girl, was I that annoying? You know, like, did I? And it's like, some people was like, yeah, you was annoying. Now, some people was like, I know people think I was annoying, but it's like, nah, you bitches are annoying. Bitch, I'm always going to be annoying because it's like I'm always going to just say what I want to say, you know? So it's like, if you find me annoying, you'll always find me annoying. I mean, no, actually, you probably will always find me annoying, but somebody will find me annoying, you know? Just like somebody finds you annoying. Bitch, we all annoying. Either you like it or you don't. Anyway, so let's come over here. So on Sunday, what's today? Tuesday? So on Sunday, we all chilling, you know, it's Sunday or whatever. Then DOECHI start tweeting. DOECHI inquired about the best streaming platform to use and replied to a fan suggesting YouTube instead of Stationhead. So here is what happened. So DOECHI says, Swamp, excuse me. Would you guys like to do a streaming party with me for Denial is a River? What platform should we use? I've never done one before. Someone says, girl, do YouTube, LOL. Stationhead is a setup. She says, why is it a setup? The person says, friend, I see the she's copying tweets already. DOECHI responds, says, I can't stop. Sorry, my stomach is growling. I can't stop promoting myself and engaging with y'all because of what anybody thinks I'm doing. We ride at dawn. I don't feel like getting glam, so we gonna do Stationhead first, friend. This is an amazing picture, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna use that picture. So, copying, right? So it's like, so DOECHI says, well, actually, sorry, the fan said, she's copying tweets already. So what does that mean? We all know that Nicki Minaj is the queen of Stationhead, and that is her primary way of interacting with her fans, hosting station parties and uplifting her streams because she don't use bots, right? So it seemed like, you know, well, I believe, I guess, like DOECHI been on Stationhead before, you know, it didn't turn out well for her because obviously she don't really got that big of a fan base, maybe. And so, you know, she's now with her resurgence in the industry and her push and more people paying attention to her. It seems like she is wanting to, you know, really build that solid foundation with her own fans. And you know, why hate on that, right? Like, you know, so yeah, like, but now I understand, you know, where some people may be coming from, because, you know, she says, like, you know, I can't stop promoting myself and engaging with y'all because of what anybody thinks I'm doing. We ride at dawn. I don't like getting glam, so we gonna do Stationhead. So her saying, I don't feel like getting glam, so we gonna do Stationhead first, means that she already had her mind made up where she wanted to go. Shout out McMinion. We just talking. We on YouTube right now. So, and playback. If y'all want playback, we on playback and YouTube. So yeah, so it's like, you know, clearly she already had her mind made up because she don't feel like getting glam. So if you already had your mind made up that you was going to go to Stationhead, why you even ask your people, right? So it's like, what you trying to do? All right. So it's been some chatter over the past couple of weeks about DOECHI and their plan, and they're setting her up to come at Nicki or go against Nicki or whatever. But who knows, bitch? Who knows, child? We gonna be front row, and this is gonna be my whole message right here. You know, to the Barbs and stuff like that, because the Barbs love to say like, oh, they're gassing these bitches up to da 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 da. Okay, but here's the thing, right? And as y'all say, y'all right. We see this time and time again. So number one, why are you surprised? Number two, like, fall back. My main message to the Barbs is fall back. If they gonna gas this bitch up to go against Nicki, let them do it. Bitch, let them do it. Gas her up. Because you know why? You gotta let her do the beef. Let's let her escalate the beef. Stop getting involved in between what the artist got going on. Let DOECHI escalate some beef if that's what she want, and then we'll take care of her if and when it get there. But let her do it, okay? Because this is her. I'm sorry. This is her career. So let her do it so that they could say, if anything do pop off, we ain't start that, okay? We didn't start that. And I think that the Barbs, y'all become so obsessed with people that you don't like because you perceive that they are being pushed to go against Nikki, when we haven't necessarily seen that is necessarily the case with DOECHII. Yeah, she was a little shady here and there, whatever, but bitch, if you can't take a little shade, then you can't be nobody. All right? If you can't take somebody talking about you, you don't need to be nobody. If you can't take people talking about you, if you can't take some slick shade here and there. All right? And if it get there, Nikki knows how to handle herself. So let's let the artist handle it. Bitch, I'm gonna be in the front row eating my popcorn. I'm waiting to see what DOECHII gonna do and say. But that's all you need to do. Wait, don't engage, because you're carrying their role out for them. Let her work. This is her career. Let her do that. Y'all not getting it. Y'all making this trend. The bitch been trending for weeks because of y'all. Y'all have to stop. We got the power. We could take a bitch career away, or we could give it to her if we want. Sit back. They try to do their own shit, create her, pushing the industry, create her own fan base. Bitch, yeah, let's see what it's given. All right. Key says Barb's never get it, always giving out free promo facts. Just fall back. Yeah. Well, I hope she's not a Nicki op. I heard a couple songs by her that I like, but that would be lame of her, being that she sounds like a Nicki son. Facts, especially on Nissan Altima. And we know that if DOECHII try it, bitch, the bitch setting herself up. Because everybody know you a little Nicki, bitch. You a son. All right? It's very, I am the best, I am the queen. It's so apparent in me. It's so apparent in you. You a son, DOECHII. So watch yourself. Like what Nicki said on The Breakfast Club. What she said? Watch your mouth. Okay? Watch yourself. I'm going to let you dig your own grave, because you can't say that I started it. All right? Do you post these statements on Twitter? No. Why? Because, like, they don't like me. They don't like me on Twitter or whatever. That's why I come and talk to y'all, because they don't like me, because they don't be ready to hear shit. And one thing about me, child, but I might do it, be changing shit up for 2025. Like I'm not caring about people's feelings, but it's like, yeah, child. If I knew how to go live on Twitter, I would. I mean, I was kind of live the other day, but yeah. So anyway, let's keep going through this, right? I was just taking a sip of my smoothie. Shout out to everybody in here with me. I really appreciate y'all. Lizzie said, bias aside, Nicki is a blueprint. What kept her alive was the way she treats her fans and engages. Nicki's music is also solid. Maybe DOECHII asked for the same reason. Who cares if DOECHII goes on station head? I agree. I'm going to need you to tweet that so I can retweet. BARBZ did the same with Megan Cardi. Facts. Literally. Every year I have like, it's not like intentional. I'm not a person who necessarily has like a New Year's resolution, but I try to like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll like come up with something that like, I'll come up with something that like, so it's like, in like 2016, like my word of the year, it was like 2016 and 2019. Like I'll use a word to really guide how I move. And in those years, it was like courage, just having courage to step out and do things that you wouldn't normally do and stuff like that. This year, 2025, it might be given fearless, like fearless, unapologetic and stuff like that, because I feel like, I be trying to, even though I don't, like, it feels like I don't, a lot of people would say like, oh, like, they would just drag me. But it's like, I feel like I be taking people feelings too much into consideration. Like when I make my comments like, oh, they're not ready for that conversation. Like, nah, like I shouldn't be like, what's it called? Like, saving pieces of myself for Twitter and pieces of myself for station head because YouTube can't handle it. Like, no, I should be able to, speak my mind anywhere and everywhere I choose to be. And so that's my challenge to myself in 2025, is to just be completely who you are everywhere. And whoever don't like it, bitch. If I lose followers, if I lose subscribers, bitch, I've been losing subscribers since day one. Ain't nothing changing now, so it is what it is. So I appreciate those of you who, can be unbiased, but I appreciate when y'all disagree with me. I appreciate when y'all, like Lizzie, like the last week, like when you clocked me or whatever, I forgot what you said, but I was like, that's a good point. like that stopped me in my tracks. Like that's a good point. All right, so let's keep going. So I have a couple things. So after all of this discourse, this was posted yesterday. Somebody posted this tweet. They said, "How do you guys feel about DOECHII?" And so here's the thing: it's like, bro, now that Nicki on hiatus, one thing that you guys need to know is that, like, in all social media platforms, everything is for engagement. Everybody is not here for like just for the fuck of it anymore. You know, like everybody is trying to make money, and I just don't. I hate when like Barb's only like put the spotlight on people who are like saying things that are not necessarily in agreement with Nicki or in this fan base. Like, oh, like you're a paid mo, you're doing things for engagement. Oh, you're a op, you're doing things for engagement. Because you have cupcake Barbs who are the perfect Barbs who also do things for engagement. Y'all know the whole conversation that's been going on this whole time with DOECHII. So why would you even post? How do you guys feel about DOECHII? They just spent the whole 2 weeks dragging her. So what did you ask in the Barbs? How do you guys feel about DOECHII for? Why? Because you want engagement. So let's go through how the Barbs feel about DOECHII. And this is the thing, right? Y'all will claim that like, oh, it's the labels, they on Twitter trying to get what we talking about, da 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 da. But then you make shits like this that literally, if I work at Twitter, if I work at the label, all I gotta do is this: bookmark, clock into work on Monday morning, and bitch, how do the Barbs feel about DOECHII? Let's see how we could get their attention even more. Let's see what they say. So it says, it says, what they saying? They're gonna hype her up and she'll probably become big-headed. It's the same pattern every time. Interesting. So now let's go have a marketing meeting. Hey, DOECHII manager. So the Barbs are saying that they're already clocking it. They're saying that they see the pattern. All right, well, let's see what else they're saying. I'm trying to figure out what she did. I keep seeing tweets about her being messy. Okay, so they see the plan. They see the plan. Next year they'll give her the Grammy just to keep bothering Nicki. I never had an interest in her. When she unfollowed Nicki, she was over for me. Also, that they clocked when we told DOECHII, bitch, it's a home team or nothing. So then another person said, she's okay, but I'm not standing her nor hating on her. I hope Barbs do not talk about her nor engage with her fans, because whether we start an actual beef with her, not Nicki, or not, it's only going to benefit her management. Ooh. Don't care about her. We don't give a fuck about her. She's talented, but I'm not a big fan. Seems more of theatrics, and that has already been done. Okay? I do not feel about her. She's actually talented, but very Nicki coded, and people acting like it's new or something. I am definitely not her target audience. I tried to care, but I can't. No feelings. Don't like her. Flop. So a lot of Barbs don't like DOECHII because she unfollowed Nicki, and I don't really blame them. But it is a stark contrast from like how people really felt about DOECHII. Like, before DOECHII was getting this push, like a lot of us were like, oh, like she's super talented and she should be getting the push. Now there are people out here who are like, oh, well, like, we rather her, dark skinned talented Black girl getting the push rather than a what's it called, like Ice Spice, person who's not talented. And I agree with that as well. So I can't really hate on it. I can't hate on DOECHII yet until if I really, 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 really see something like, oh, okay, because you are on the opposing team. So there will be no Nicki and DOECHII collab. There will be no SZA and Nicki collab. Get rid of those thoughts, those wishes out of your heads. No, these bitches will not be collabing. And if Nicki really do surprise us, that's gonna be another shakeup for Young Money, honestly, because Nicki been keeping her clear from TDE, bitch, clear. Nicki will not collab with Kendrick Lamar, no matter how loud the Barbs scream for a Kendrick Lamar collab. It will never happen. So if you think that you gonna get a Nicki DOECHII collab, a Nicki SZA collab, and she ain't even touched Kendrick yet, you got another thing coming. You're a op, okay? If you on TDE, it is what it is. And so I'm not necessarily, well, I don't really pay attention to DOECHII, so I can't really treat her anyway. But I'm not gonna hate on her because it's like, yeah, the girl talented, and whatever. I think I listened to the project, but I don't really remember like nothing from it, honestly. So yeah, good for her. I do feel like DOECHII is gonna get a Grammy, and she's campaigning for the Grammy. But also TDE, their label roster are Grammy darlings. They got Kendrick always getting a Grammy, gonna get a couple next year. SZA got 3 Grammys, like she said, this year, that she put in her status after her album went #1 on Spotify last week. So TDE, they are Grammy darlings. They are industry darlings. Who knows? They put them budgets together for their artists to get awards. So do expect. Do not be caught off guard. Barbs, y'all gotta stop being used. Do expect DOECHII. I always expect the worst so that I'm never surprised. Okay. So I expect I wouldn't be surprised if they give DOECHI like a best hip hop album, okay? And then they'll be able to say, DOECHI was the first female rapper to get Grammy for a rap album ever or some shit. Okay, they coming for them stats. Yeah, they are. They coming for them records. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Okay, she got the industry behind her. She got the industry backing her. They coming for it. All right, so just know that now. It's about to be Grammy season. TDE gonna have an interesting year. They got the Grammys, they got the Super Bowl, and who knows what else is coming, okay? So Lizzie says, I think the Kendrick beef with Drake actually helped DOECHI out. Hear me out. They see both Kendrick and DOECHI as woke Black rappers and artists. Yeah, I agree. I think that there is like, wow, if you really want to think about like a master like conspiracy theory, like let's say like Jay-Z was like helping Kendrick get on top to number one because he's tired of Drake being number one, and then boom, when TDE's down with the plan, and then they're like, yo, well, let's bring DOECHI into action. Like, it's a label effort. The whole label is benefiting off of this Drake and Kendrick beef, okay? This is the time. This is no better time than now to push TDE artists. So they're going to push her to the max. They're going to get some Grammys, and then they're going to go on tour. So be prepared, all right? But don't turn everything DOECHI does into doing something against Nicki, because you're already attaching her to Nicki, and she's already attached because she's already a son. But she's gonna be attached in a way that Megan and Cardi are, where you can't get this bitch off my ass. And bitch, I don't even have beef with you yet, but you're benefiting from my name, and we gotta stop. It starts with the fans. Let DOECHI do her own thing. They're gonna push her, but let her build her own fans. And if you don't like it, then just don't tune in. All right? Don't tune in, but don't be used, because y'all swear y'all not being used. But see, it doesn't even matter me, Key and Lizzie. It doesn't matter me making these statements, because it's like, now that social media is monetized, it doesn't matter. What I say doesn't matter. They all know what's happening. They all know what they should be doing and shouldn't be doing and should be responding to and shouldn't be responding to, but they're doing it anyway because it gets them engagement and it gets them more money. So there's no hope in social media anymore. Like, it's just nothing. Like, there's just nothing. So just be prepared for the chaos. And, like, once again, be prepared for the utmost worst case scenario, the total unexpected. The BARBZ is going to start something because they don't know when to shut up. And I'm going to just shut up on that. Okay. But that's my main message on DOECHI right now. But from a business perspective, I came across this tweet, which this person right here, they are on DOECHI's team, digital marketing at Capitol Music. Woo! Let's see what she said. She says DOECHI's mixtape released on 8/30, the end of August, and we've been marketing it nonstop since. When you know something is special, you don't let up. Bringing this open mic to life has been one of my favorite campaign moments thus far. DOECHI and Issa Rae are the duo you never knew you needed. Thanks for the love, y'all. There's nothing more rewarding than working with a generational talent like DOECHI. She may be new to a lot of you, but we've been building from the ground up for the last few years, which is why you keep marketing until you break through the noise. So this is somebody who is working directly with DOECHI on her team, and they talking, and this got 9,000 likes, so this is definitely going viral, within like the industry sector of Twitter and stuff like that. So it's telling you like how industry insiders like are really feeling and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very interesting. So what do you guys think of this though? Like, what do you guys think of this? And what did I saved another tweet from who? Damn, I'm already tired of talking. Y'all tired of me talking yet? It's 1:30. We've been up live for an hour and a half. I could get off if y'all want. I did have a couple of other topics, just maybe one more topic, but let me go to him. I gotta have his notifications on because he said something before I got on here that I had to refer to, and I forgot what he responded to. Have you guys been following though, like DOECHI's her album, the new show that she got. Like I'm so confused as to like what it is and shit. So yeah. Okay, we about to get to this. Okay. So this is my last topic. So let me go out to DOECHII real quick. What's her here? So DOECHII has been having this series, Denial is a River show. Have you guys been watching it? I haven't. Because I thought that it was gonna be something like longer form content, not like long, but like longer. And I don't know if this is just meant for like a Twitter thing, like a Twitter show, 120. It's a minute and 20 seconds runtime. Like I haven't tuned in. Like let's actually tune in real quick and see what it's giving. Well, I did tune in to one.
I mean, Q, you know how I am. I'm an alpha female, so it's different for me. But he does everything for me. He helped me set up the house. He don't drink. He don't smoke. Like he's so good. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Hi.
Whoa, is that Zaza? Oh, cute.
You're kidding.
What's up, man? You not gonna let me get some of that?
He's so funny. He's so
And it's
funny.
the roach. I love when it's the roach and it's like almost done and it tickles your lip a little bit. It's like
Comedian. He is so funny. He has a huge Twitter following. He's very funny online and in person.
No weed?
No.
So honestly, like I'm just even more confused. Like, what is this? Like, what did it just say? Sorry, 1 second. What is it? Premieres January 2nd. So it's gonna premiere. Wait, oh, I think it's gonna be on Peacock or some one of them streaming platforms or some shit like that. So y'all tell me what it's giving. So she's been releasing these mini episodes and shit like that, and it's great marketing. Like it's great marketing for Twitter and shit like that because we're all into video content, especially short form video content on sites like Twitter and stuff like that. So super creative, definitely a budget for this and stuff like that. I wonder what their returns on like everything they're investing into DOECHII because like she doesn't really sell that much. Like she's selling more and her consumption will continue to increase because of what's going to happen this year, the Grammys and then the Super Bowl, and then she's definitely going to be on tour with SZA and Kendrick. So yeah, like she's going to go up this year, but I guess that's how it'll pay off, because she'll be with TDE for a while. Okay. She only has one project, so yeah. So Lizzie says, I see DOECHII becoming a new it rap girly. Since people hate Megan and she basically tarnished her reputation with Tory Lanez, I already started seeing DOECHII be compared to Doja Cat. Kittens are starting beef. You know what? I guess you're right about that. I'm not in no other fan base, but yes, I did see the kittens having their words and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess that's just so unfortunate. Like social media really these days really is just like an echo chamber, and like everybody does it where they get hyper focused on somebody they like or don't like, and it really sucks because it's like I'm not trying to be a hater, but it's like if you don't want someone to succeed, then like just don't engage, like don't engage, like it's so simple. But unfortunately, once again, social media is monetized, so we are no longer in the days of like morality and ethics when it comes to anything. Like everything is only for the dollar sign, so everyone is doing it for that. So she'll have multiple fan bases coming at her, which is boosting her engagement, boosting her name in that algorithm, and then hey, like she'll blow up. So at this point, we'll just have to see like what like how long will her run be. That's the main question. How long will her run be? I'm not sure like when she will actually get on that pedestal. I'm not sure if she'll actually be able to compete like numbers wise. Remember how like back in Ice High days she was doing 1 million streams a day and shit like that. I wonder for DOECHII, like could she do that? Could she do like numbers like that, mainstream enough and stuff? So it's gonna be interesting. Very, very interesting. So Yeah, that's really all I had to say right now on Doechii, but I really wanted to speak on the fan aspect to it. So whatever fan base you were part of or whoever, whatever, I mean, whatever, y'all get it, just leave a bitch alone. All right. Now I want to move on to Money Long. Okay. And that's like my last main topic for the day. So shout out to everybody. This was one of the first things I saw when I woke up today, and so glad I saw it. So it says, Money Longs reveals Atlantic Records gave Pitbull timber without her permission and made her redo the chorus because Kesha wasn't able to hit the right note on the song. She claims they refused to pay her, and Kesha's mother was trying to get 2% on the publishing of the song. So listen to her story.
So I didn't expect that last video to go so crazy like it did. I feel like it warrants a little bit of context.
So apparently she did like, I'm gonna have to start following Money Long with post notifications because this is, you want the tea on the industry? Yeah.
Hello, what do you mean 10 seconden challenge? Ik ben letterlijk mijn kerstcadeautjes aan het inpakken. Like any normal person would do op 23 december.
Shut up. I have to start following Money Long because what? Like we was going through this the other week, remember?
So, story time, y'all.
When she was talking about how she's the girl on Wet the Bed or whatever. So yeah, like, yeah. I gotta get into what she be talking about on ad-libs be my least favorite part. This is so interesting. Money Long is so different because she's an artist who understands that, like, spend a certain amount of time making music, but a lot of the time, a lot of your time as an artist in this era has to be dedicated to creating content. And she was very, very like instrumental, like during Clubhouse days, guys, during the pandemic. She was one of those artists that was on Clubhouse with her whole team, whole management. She would do sessions where she talking about the industry and giving advice based on what she went through as a songwriter. So I was hearing a lot of her before she really kind of blew up and had her resurgence as her own artist and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not surprised on how she's been carrying on the conversation now that the spotlight is on her. So it's really, really interesting. So let's get into it. So first, this was a video where she said that me to the president of Atlantic asking me to write soulful songs for non-melanated artists. She said, I don't want your money. I don't care about no Oscar for it. I won't be participating because what Boosie said, get somebody else to do it. Okay. So she's saying, I'm not writing no songs for no non-melanated artists. So anyway, getting into what she said.
That last video to go so crazy like it did, I feel like it warrants a little bit of context, specifically Atlantic Records.
Okay, so she said, my intention with these stories is to help change that culture of using Black people behind the scenes, but never out front. It happens all the time. It's not just happening to me. I'm not afraid to speak up. And she's so right. So we're going to look at this video, but we're going to look at it on Twitter because we can, speed it up, child, because I can't listen to that shit on regular speed. All right, let's go.
Specifically, Atlantic Records. I'll name you 3 times that this happened. So this is the first time. I'm going to do a second video. I'm going to do a third video. First time, I write a song. Song is called Timber. Love it. They fall in love with the record. Me and Brianna had a great time.
Okay, so Timber, the post-chorus and bridge was written by myself and Brianne Isaacs. The track contains a sample, which is why there are so many writers listed in the credits.
Studio writing a song. Brianna's also. They're like, oh, we want to give it to Flo.
So the girl who wrote it with her co-writer is also Black.
Oh, as in Flo Rida. Oh my God, like this.
Why she recently found out that Flo Rida is her cousin. That's crazy. She from Florida and Flo Rida is from Florida. Interesting.
This is incredible. I don't know what happened. The song ended up on Pitbull. About 2 weeks before the song gets ready to come out, they hit me up saying, hey, Ben, I'm not going to say your last name,
Ben, the SVP, Senior Vice President of A&R at another label now, but used to be at Atlantic. Ben called her when they was ready for the song.
Who used to work at Atlantic calls me and says, hey, we need you to come cut some vocals. What does that mean? In my mind, you need my voice on the song. Cool. They still haven't said anything. So I go and I'm hearing somebody else's vocals on my song. I'm like, what is this? I'm hearing.
So she said, I was super excited. I thought this was going to be my big break as an artist. That's how they lead you in. At this point, I'm in the studio. I'm settled, got my tea, and did my vocal warm-ups. And I'm like, bitch, why I hear another voice on my song?
I go and and I'm hearing somebody else's vocals on my song. I'm like, what is this? I'm hearing this part. Ooh. When I wrote it, I said, whoa. Where the woo came from? They're like, oh, well, she couldn't sing it like you. So we had her change it to woo. And now we want you to go in and sing the woo underneath her because your vocals are underneath her on the hook, on the whole song. And so if you don't sing the woo, it's going to sound different. And we need to have the same feel. That's the problem that I have. You want it to feel a certain way, but you want it to look that way, but you want it to feel this way. Nah, player. I didn't get paid, among other things on the business side that just were not handled properly. Not to mention, later on, there's a copyright claim on the song. Said artist's mother was trying to get publishing on the song, and she didn't write it. Not one word. Yeah, song came out. The rest is history. The only reason why I was even in the studio, because my Karen bought me flowers and sent me on vacation, because that's the only way that he could get me to show up, because they always do stuff like this, specifically Atlantic Records.
Woo! Atlantic Records put on blast, but we've been talking about Atlantic for years now. So this child, when I say I love shit like this is what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's go back and read, because she's putting a lot of notes in here while she's talking. So she said, Ben explained they needed me to lay down some vocals to help finish the song. They all left the room after the engineer hit play.
Ooh. When I wrote it, I said, whoa.
On the other side of things, I understand why an artist or label would want the biggest artist feature possible. Oh, so the song, I'm not even going to think about it. All right, cool. The problem is when you lie to get me to show up. Oh, we want a feature from you, because they think she want to be an artist. But they lured her into the studio because, yeah, we'll give you a spot on the song. This is going to be big. Oh, we want a feature from you. But actually, we just need you to replace that one line under, ooh, but Kesha's going to sing that. If you write a banger, we'll keep you on it. That's what they be telling these songwriters. If you write a banger, a hit, we'll keep you on it. And sometimes they do stay on it. If no one else can sing it better than you, then we will leave you on it. It's all BS. So she said, there's a company called Sound Exchange that collects royalties for artists. You might have remembered we talked about Sound Exchange a couple weeks ago when we talked about like that producer Swift on Demand coming out and talking about how Cardi never paid him for what he did on her mixtapes. Yeah, Sound Exchange, it collects royalties for artists. They also collect royalties for background singers. Only one artist has ever had Money Long sign background singer paperwork in the studio. And that's Kelly Clarkson. She says Kelly Clarkson is a real one. There's definitely a thing in the industry where it's like you get pushed over by your own. It's like she's saying that there's only one artist that has ever treated me correctly, compensated me correctly as a background vocalist and a writer, and that's Kelly Clarkson, because she gave her the paperwork in the studio, right? Because before you leave that studio, when you collaborated at a high level like that, we could all sit in the studio together like we all sitting right now and do whatever, and we still want to make sure our percentages is right. But at the same time, when you're collabing on a mainstream scale like that, there's a lot of politics and business and unspoken things that happen in the studio that you need to make sure is correct before you leave that session. And so she's saying that it's a big deal for her that in the studio, out of all of the big artists that she has worked with, right? Rihanna, Kelly Clarkson, bitch, everybody. Kelly Clarkson was the only one who said, no, you need to get paid for your work in the studio, for your background vocals, even though you're writing for me. And that's sad. It's sad that it only comes from the white artists, and once again, the music business is not perfect at all. But a lot of times you hear shit like this where it's like hip hop and R&B functions business-wise and social-wise, political-wise. They function way differently than pop and Latin and country. Right? Like how, because Beyonce doing country has been a big, magnifying glass on the country music scene and stuff like that. Whereas like in the country world, they work in the daytime. They be in the studio in the daytime. Where in hip hop and R&B, they be in the studio in the nighttime. So a lot of times they be like, a black artist would go to California to collab with the big pop producers, and they be like, damn, y'all wake up early. Like, they're not used to that. So there's a lot of, hey, IBOB, there's a lot of differences into how the industry functions based on like what you do or whatever. So yeah, it sucks that like a lot of artists don't want to pay you for your work in the studio. So
Are underneath her on the hook on the whole song.
okay, so let's see what else she said. That's literally Milli Vanilli. Y'all want me to be Milli Vanilli? I done tried every trick in the book to avoid this. The only true way is to not even participate. Don't take the call. So she said, I used to get a frog in my throat every time this would happen. So I started charging. I started charging them up front, which you should do. And she can do that because, you know, she's a big songwriter now. So she could charge. You got to pay me 10,000 just to show up, whether I sing or not. You got to pay me just to come, because a lot of songwriters that's not on her level, they get paid to, they get called to come to the studio to work for, you know, your Coil Rays and your bitches who don't write or whatever. But it's not a guarantee that, number one, they're going to even like the song. They're going to even want to put the song out. And bitch, they might change their mind. And a lot of these songwriters not getting paid because you're not getting paid unless the song comes out. So if you a big songwriter, you could be like Money Long. All right, you want me to show up? That's 10,000. Whether you put the song out or not. And that's why if they call Money Long right now to vote for not Chris, I'm talking about we used to it. If you call like you know, that's why like these days it's like, okay, like if you were a big songwriter, like for example, Nisha Charles, she used allegedly she used to charge like 20,000 per song to write a song. And so you could make a deal with a songwriter where they'll say, oh, okay, well, I'll give you 3 songs for about like let's say 45,000. I give you a discount, 5,000 on a song or whatever. Big money, all right? When you're a big songwriter, you could charge big money, but you got to get there first. And it's really, really hard to get there. And that's what Money Long is talking about. Okay, so she said, after this song blew up, those managers sued me. Oh my God, claiming I owed them unpaid commissions. I didn't end up winning. So she had to pay management? Okay, so this is the thing. She didn't have proper representation at this time. At this time of her writing Timber, she ain't have no management. I had fired my previous my previous manager for shady business and was now working with a first-time manager. That means a manager that's being a manager. Oh yeah, I want to be a manager, but I don't know shit about the business. So she didn't know how to properly defend me because she was new. Because you don't need a college degree, right? So it says, after the song blew up, those managers sued me, claiming I owed them unpaid commissions. I didn't end up winning. Then she says, she wanted 2%. Oh, Kesha's mother wanted 2%. I've been offered, she said, I have been offered publishing on songs I didn't write, and I always turn it down. A lot of people get offered publishing and percentages and stuff like that. And that's dope, you know, that she's turning it down. I mean, I don't expect anything less of her. If you didn't write a song, you shouldn't have any percentage on it. But there's a lot of people that are not even writers. They don't even make music. Executives got publishing. Okay. And yes, they earned it. Like, let's say, I'm Money Long's A&R, and my job is to like develop her catalog. It's to be in the studio with her. It's to get her writers and producers and collab. So if that's my primary job, then yes, I should get a percentage on her albums that I A&R because I'm like an executive producer. I'm really putting it together, or I'm really helping her put it together. So there are executives who do have percentages, and also if I'm an A&R who's actually successful, I can negotiate. When I go to negotiate for my label, my salary, a lot of A&Rs, they negotiate for percentages up front on my royalties, or whoever I'm coming in, I'm signing to Sony to work with Money Long. I'm going to get 5% off top of her publishing because I'm an A&R, I'm an executive that's been doing this for 10 years. So that's how the industry works. So there are executives out there who get publishing, and rightfully so. But there are also a lot of people out there who getting publishing who don't deserve it. She said, I know, okay, I don't know, reading loud, that's third flute. So she said, I know they hate when I tell y'all. Oh, so she said, nobody expected me to keep getting back up after being knocked down. I know they hate when I tell y'all what they be doing. I do not care. Stop playing in people's face. I'm crying. It's a whole new team over there now. She's talking about Atlantic Records that was taking advantage of her, but she says, but they're still on the same type of time. Atlantic's still moving shiesty, although they done fired everybody and they have a new team. Because what happens at every company? You have company culture, and they're gonna have to do a lot to change that company culture at Atlantic and other labels who function as so. And it's really interesting how Money Long is talking about this because because you could say that nowadays she was having her hard time in the industry when she was coming up, but right now Money Long is she is another industry darling. She has several Grammy nominations. She's won at, at least one Grammy last year or whatever for her album, and she is a very accomplished songwriter for very very big artists, and so like a Victoria Monet. So she is very well respected in the industry. So I had posted this earlier today on Twitter, and I had said, "Yo, at Nicki Minaj, this is what I'm talking about," because I love this right here. I love that like Money Long is like being very direct on what she experienced in the industry. She exposed at Atlantic Records. The bitch even saying names, ho. She even calling bitch Ben. Yeah, you used to work at Atlantic, but you work at another. She calling names and all of that, spilling all of the tea. All right, it's real clear as to what's going on, and this is what I can't okay. It's real hard to say. Like I would love this from Nicki. Like this is the type of conversation I want to hear Nicki having, but not really because it's like Nicki kind of on a whole nother level where it's like, yeah, you cannot say names or whatever. I mean, she be saying names like Desiree and whatever, but it's like I know you can't be as direct as you want to be or whatever, but I still feel like you could do it in a way where it's like people will listen to you and people will pay attention because it's like this is making a lot of traction. It's getting a lot of traction on TikTok. It's getting a lot of traction on Twitter, and I'm sure it's getting a lot of traction and being posted on the blogs. And what I find really interesting about Money Long is that like once again she had her hard times, but she's very respected in the industry right now, and she's nominated for several Grammys right now, and she's exposing Atlantic just less than a month before the Grammys is to take place. And so it's really interesting how like I wonder how will Money Long be treated in the industry. I mean, sorry, like how will this change anything for her? I like a lot of people in the comments are like, yeah, you could get blackballed or whatever, but it's like, like I don't feel like it. Like I'm not really worried about Money Long because it's like, um, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, she always giving us industry tea. Lizzie says she deserves. She deserves. She's been around for so long. I agree. So this is what I saw before I had came live. So I had saw Brian respond to this, and yeah, like I got his notifications on because he's a executive over at Audio Max. So I always need to see what he's saying. So he said artists and writers rarely speak up for fear of being ostracized, blackballed, or burning bridges. But if everyone is vocal, then that can't happen. I hope more creatives follow Money's lead here. So some executives are on the, they have like ethics and morals and stuff like that. So they're encouraging artists and stuff to speak out because like he said, if everyone is speaking out, then they can't no longer take advantage of people. And so, we have to definitely uplift the artists and creatives who are risking whatever it is to speak the truth and stuff like that, because there's a lot of people out there who are suffering in silence and they're struggling and they're not getting paid. It's a lot of people who are making a lot of hit songs right now and they're not getting paid and they're not being treated fairly. So that's something that I'm also passionate about as well. So I like to follow like a lot of songwriter organizations and see like what are songwriters talking about right now. Like what are they go to Congress and they go to Washington DC to the government, to be like, yo, y'all need to put these laws in place for songwriters and producers. We're not getting paid and stuff like that. They are the least paid and the last to be paid, but they make the biggest contributions to the music that we hear every day. And so yeah, this is a shut up. This is an important issue that I feel very passionate about. So and that I've been following for a couple of years now. So I wanted to just highlight one more thing, I think. Did we do this one already? Oh yeah, we did this one. So yeah, she talks about, and look, she said when she was talking about the president of Atlantic asking her to writing songs for non-melanated artists, look who's liking the shit. Victoria Monet, bro. Victoria Monet, Connie Diamond in the replies, R&B Radar in the replies. Connie Diamond currently signed to Def Jam or whatever. She a female rapper, but yeah, you know, they going through it. And so it's really interesting. The stories that Victoria Monet could tell, but she would have to put Ariana Grande on blast. And I would, you know, if you do a search on Twitter, you see Ariana Grande, Victoria Monet, like it'll be like a lot of discourse on Ariana and how she channels you know, different personalities and characters and stuff like that. And I was reading some of it like uh last night or whatever. I won't go through it now, but it's just like, yeah, like it's really interesting how Ariana dead used to be, bro. Like, and how she is like today. Like, Ariana Grande, like she dead need to be studied. Like her personality needs to be studied for real. That girl may have some sort of personality disorder, but you see Victoria Monet let that shit slide. You let that shit slide and it paid off, sis. But you, I don't know. Do we like see? I don't know. See, like Money Long is the type where she's like, no, you're not gonna have me out here giving white girls like my voice. And Victoria Monet is like, child, I'll do it. You know, like I don't know. Like, so it's like really interesting. Like I don't know. I would love to hear like, but it's like Victoria Monet says that like her and Ariana Grande are really close friends. And I don't know if I believe that or not, but hey, you know, so you don't expect any stories on that. Anyway, shout out to everybody coming through for me. I really appreciate you. Shout out to all of the people who liked the video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please like the video. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments and stuff like that. I'm going to go through a couple of comments and then we might wrap up soon. So it says, I wish Nikki could be as open with her grievances and be accepted. Somehow she comes off as very angry when she does. It has a lot to do with her personality and her speaking in code. So many things Nikki called out a while back, but gets dismissed only for it to come true. Yeah. Shit, even I thought she was tripping with calling everyone a paid mole only for it to be true. Well, child, like, I'll never, you know, like agree with calling someone a paid mole. Like, I'll just never agree with that. I don't care who says it, in what context. Like, I just don't like that phrase. And so, well, yeah, I mean, actually, that phrase is cool, just not in this shit. You know, like, don't ever do that. Don't ever call me that. You know, like, bitch, that's mad disrespectful. Not to you, Lizzie. I'm just saying, like, that shit is disrespectful. People spending their hard-earned money and shit. Y'all don't like what they say, so y'all call them a paid mole. Fuck you. How about that? There are paid accounts, which is what she referenced. Yeah, but yes, you're right. You're right. There are paid accounts, but it's like everybody getting paid these days. You know, that's why it's so like there's no morals, no ethics, no nothing. On social media at all anymore because everybody's just doing it for engagement. So, but I want to go back to your first comment where you said her energy comes off as angry when she does, and when she does express herself, and that's true. And yeah, but that energy radiates because I feel like it's even radiated through me. Like I was listening back to the conversation that we had the other day, and it's like I could understand how some may feel like my energy can be a bit thick and sometimes like especially when we talk about like Nicki and Meg and Rock Nation stuff, like I can agree, but it's like that's my energy be so high is because like for me personally it be because like how barbs are like a lot of people smoke. Like I heard, like I seen Benji Barbie or whatever the fuck post the other day saying like, yo, I don't even really dislike Nicki that much. It really be the barbs. Like if I could just talk and give my opinion without like people be saying like, oh, you fake, you paid, you this, you that. Oh, it would be roses and eggshells or whatever the fuck, you know, like, but it's like you always got to deal with somebody trying to say some dumb shit about you and stuff like that. And then it's not that, but it's really about like them trying to like everything, like I just can't with the mentality that like everything that someone does is perfect. I just can't with that mentality. And it's like the barbs, they just don't be open. They don't have an open mind to see like another side or whatever. And that's really what gets me, because it's always like, oh, we're right. But it's like, well, then how do you explain that? How do you explain this? Why do you guys always get to be right? Like why is that? Why can't you ever listen to another perspective? That be my whole shit with the barbs. That's my whole shit. But Nikki's paranoid, so anyone with a disagreement becomes a paid mole, and that's the problem because it takes away from what she's trying to say. Yep, she wasn't wrong. There were paid accounts, but not everyone who disagrees with you is a paid mole, like Nate. Yeah, the way Barb's think Nikki can do no wrong is problematic. I will not be a part of that anymore. Leaving that in 2024. Facts. I left that in 2023 shit, you know, but it's like, yeah, and we all have our journeys and realizations and stuff like that. And I implore you, you know, like to I don't want to rush your process, but I just know that you will, like, if you're one of those people who you don't see like Nikki doing any wrong, you will regret that. Like you know, like just moving forward, like you will regret like the amount of time, attention, and energy that you gave to someone or a cause that like has nothing to do with you in your life. Like, yes, you know, be a cupcake, defend and all of that stuff, but you don't have to go so far as to drag others down. Like, putting all of that energy into that for what? You know, like for what? What did I do to you? Like nothing. Like we all fans of the same artist, you know. So it's like you will regret it because like there's a group of like deranged cupcakes that, like I'm calling them deranged, and you might have seen them. I'm not gonna say nobody name or whatever, but like they've been having these spaces. Oh, for example, let's go on. But shout out to Money Long. We're gonna move on from her a little bit, but like let's go to let's search up Nikki, let's just search up Tap Out. So right now, Tap Out is going viral on TikTok. Nicki Minaj, Birdman, all of them, yep, going viral. And so, you know, back in the day, like we used to like really host streaming parties for any and everything. And I think that like we have all had our own journeys in stan culture. And I think that a part of my journey was learning like when it was time to go versus when it's time to not go. And so there's a group of people, a group of barbs trying to organize streaming parties for Tap Out or whatever. And it's like, it doesn't, I'm not streaming parties, buying parties. There's a group of barbs who are buying Tap Out right now. And it's like, for what? Like, it doesn't make sense to buy the song. Like, yeah, Nikki sells or whatever, but Tap Out doesn't even belong to Nikki. Tap Out belongs to Birdman. Tap Out is a Rich Gang song. Like, that's Young Money, Cash Money. Like, it's not even Young Money, Cash Money. It's Rich Gang. That's Birdman shit. And so if you're buying that song, that's where your money is going. Yeah, Nikki might get a little penny here for her royalties or whatever, but that was a feature. She either got paid for it or didn't. I could see her not getting paid for Tap Out because that was an all Young Money crew collab right there. So it's like, how are we paying each other? You get it? So, you know, so whatever. It's either she got paid or she didn't, but she definitely getting her royalties. So it's like, I'm not about to be sitting here buying a song that Nikki is not even a lead credit on. Like, you know, like this is a feature. Like this is a group feature that we love. Tap Out. It's legendary, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not even going to Young Money Republic. It's going to Birdman. So that doesn't make sense. But sorry, like the point is that yeah, so it's like you knowing when to move versus when not, knowing when to move the fan base. Okay, Tap Out, we could have a cute streaming party. Yeah, why not? If that's what you want to do, go stream the song. But to buy it, y'all doing too much. Now, is it great to see it moving up the charts? Yeah, but like, do I really care? No. Does anybody really care? No. So we don't care, and I'm pretty sure that Nikki doesn't care. You know, like once again, like this is not her song. The song doesn't belong to her. So if she saw this, she would be like, oh well, thanks, Barb's, but like she's not gonna say it doesn't help me, but it then doesn't really help her. So I don't necessarily put my money into something that's not like serving Nikki, you know, primarily, you know. So but anyway, here's what Tap Out has been doing for the past couple of days. 12/27, they did 179,000. 12/28, 192,000, up 7.2%. 12/29, 196.5 thousand, up 2% for a Sunday. And then on 12/30 yesterday, it did 233,000, over 200,000. Wow, plus 18.8%. That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so it's rising. So if you want to buy the song, go buy the song. Go buy it. You know, like ain't nobody stopping y'all. But yeah, like you gotta understand when to move. So this is one of them shits. This is one of the what I'm calling deranged barbs or whatever, because I've been seeing them in different spaces, in barb spaces and not in barb spaces, and they be sounding really deranged, like using voice things and then like talking about dragging people, and it's just like, bro, like what for what, bro? Like, I was telling other people, I'm like, girl, like, I know when I was a kid, I know I wasn't that annoying. And they was like, yes, you were that annoying. I'm like, nah, I was probably annoying in terms of like pushing streaming and stuff like that, but I wasn't that annoying in terms of like, because I was never someone who liked dragging, you know, regardless of like what my point of view is. I'm never really someone who's like that. So that's a whole part of like deranged, right? Like you could be a cupcake and then you're a deranged cupcake where you're just like, anything Nikki says goes. Like, you're weird. Like, y'all are weird. A lot of y'all are really weird, and y'all need therapy. Seriously, like, seriously. I feel like, I don't know, but y'all are really scary, and that's not what being a barb should be. That behavior should not be condoned. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lizzie says, I accidentally became a stan and it really taught me a lot about people and celebrity culture in general. I remember a barb asking, are we mentally ill for being stans? And surprisingly, so many people agreed, but continued the crazy ass behavior. Facts. And it's like, you know, maybe something is wrong with us for being stans or whatever, but I don't know, child. I don't know. For me, it's definitely levels to this shit. I've always said that there's level to being a barb, but like, I don't think that we should put the top level of being a barb like super deranged as in dragging people, because it's just like not cute. Like, it's not cute. It's not cute. It's not cool. It's not helpful for Nikki's legacy. It's not this is why, like, excuse me, in conversations about music and business and the industry, Nikki's point of view was never taken seriously. Barb's point of view was never taken seriously. As soon as someone hears that you're a barb or a fan of Nicki Minaj, they're ready to, you know, X out your opinion. And y'all make it hard for us. Y'all make it hard for people like me who's trying to have a substantive conversation. And it's really fucking annoying because it's like, have you guys not grown out of that yet? Like, we're getting a little bit old for this. And it's like, you know, our parents all have those things like, show me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are, some shit like that. My grandmother be saying, and it's like, yo, you are the company you keep. And it kind of shows like in y'all leader, Nikki, she be going off like unhinged, and y'all exhibit the same behavior. It's not cute and it's not cool. Like, it's nothing is cute about that. So it's like Nikki need to cool it down for real, because, you know, they follow after you. Anyway, I'd be like, something wrong with me, but every day I get reminded that I'm nothing like these other stands. Facts, you know? So, like Barb Room was asking today, what's your New Year's resolution? Bitch, I said my New Year's resolution, bitch, this go for all artists, bitch. If I like your music, yay. If not, yay. That's real. We taking it back to the basics. We got too all up in this political shit, fan shit, stan shit, you know? It's like, what they said? Oh, here it is. What's your New Year's resolution? I said, child, if I like your music, it's cool. If not, whatever. My driver's license. Oh, they just talking about random shit. Keep my foot on these bitches next and then be peaceful by April and the rest of the year. Mind you, I did that this year with the next shit. I need a break. Okay. Push PF2 to my last breath. This, you need help, okay? You need help to be a good wife and mother and to be healthy. That's all that matters. Good. To stop being messy on the timeline. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm sure there's others. But yes, it's a good time to set intentions for yourself and be like, you know, what do I want to carry with me next year moving forward? What's next for me in my fan journey, stan journey, and my music journey? What am I interested in? What are the toxic things about stan culture that I want to continue? And what are things that we got to get rid of? And I was talking to my other friend Danny, he a Drake stan, you know, he's definitely OVO. He not like a stan, but like he know everything about Drake, you know, like, so he a Drake stan. But like, fuck, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. You know, it's crazy that a Barb had to come and apologize for listening to Gorilla. Facts! Like, oh my God, facts. Who's Danny? Oh, I was telling Danny, I was telling him, like, we gotta be strong, like we gotta be strong, like creators, music creators these days, we gotta be strong and we gotta keep speaking our mind, because it's like I said, in a couple years from now, like, you know how like they be saying like, oh, in 2024, everybody was like, oh, celebrity culture is gone, celebrity culture is dead. Like, it's dying, it's dead ass dying, for real, for real. Nobody's gonna care about celebrities anymore. Like, we have lost a lot of faith in celebrities these days. And even like with Nikki as well, it's like, girl, bitch, if it's not about music, I don't give a fuck. Like, cut all this goddamn drama. Like, I'm over it. Like, we don't care. So it's like, so people are gonna stop like really worshiping celebrities. And if you haven't gotten there yet, I don't feel like I ever worship any celebrity, but it's like, if you haven't gotten to a place yet where you're trying to reconcile like real life, you're gonna get there at some point, and then you're gonna look back on this time where, like, dang, like, I kind of dragged Destiny for no reason. Like, she was just saying her opinion. Like, like, you don't want to look back on this time and be like, I had too much like negative energy for shit that didn't even matter in my life. Like, like, support your favorite artists and stuff like that, but don't be doing too much. Like, y'all just do too much. So it's like, yeah. Anyway, I've been talking for too long, so I think I'm gonna go now. But this was super fun. It's 6:26 p.m. on the East Coast. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the African Barbs, European Barbs, everybody around the world. Happy New Year, all. I am very happy that we're making it to another year together, and keep everybody in mind who didn't make it to 2025 with us. But make sure that y'all stay safe and everything. And I cannot wait to talk again. Honestly. you know yeah, thanks so much for coming through, guys. Please like the video and just stay tuned to the channel with your notifications. Please turn on the all notification bell, because I'm gonna be dropping videos, like sometimes 2 videos a day in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, I need y'all to be like paying attention, and especially when I come live, because I'm tired of YouTube not sending out notifications. Like, what the fuck did I do to y'all? All right, bye YouTube. Happy 2024, or I mean 2025. All right. Oh my God, that was 2 hours.